Yeah, so what happened here, I'll tell you how I felt. I just was getting blown up and I was trying to just take it slow and let my team poke, but we just couldn't do it fast enough.
I think we should have rotated right there because we were kind of stuck out in the open and let them walk into us. I feel like if we rotated right side, it probably would have been better.
Okay, yeah. So I'm seeing like a bunch of things already here. Dude, this is good. So first off, as Orisa, I know it sounds boring, but your main job is literally just to shoot their tank.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
I
and nothing else. Like you can like what I do is I shoot their tank and I throw jabs either at their tank if fortify is off cooldown,
mhm,
or if he's fortifying, I throw jabs at another character on their team.
okay.
But basically all I'm doing is shooting their tank because if I'm not shooting in this meta, if I'm not shooting their tank and their tank is shooting me, I'm just at a disadvantage. Like
Mhm.
like you like if you look here, like you doing this where you like you're shooting Moira, then you're shooting Reaper, then you're shooting Ram, then you're shooting Reaper. Like you're not gonna
Yeah.
kill anybody or do any sort of significant damage to them. So basically, all you're doing is just shooting their tank, so he can't really pressure you. Like you're just trying
Okay.
to equalize pressure against their tank, and you're relying on your DPS to kill their DPS, or their tank makes a mistake, and you can capitalize off that. That's basically all you
Okay.
have to do. All you can do. Yep. So like the first thing I'm doing here as Orisa is I'm finding a piece of natural cover and I'm hugging my body against it. So
Okay.
in this case, like I would hug my body right here and like try to hide as much as my body as I can and just start shooting their tank.
Mhm.
Because what's happening here is that like if you just like the more wider of a swing you take, the more damage you're gonna take.
Mhm.
And the thing you're trying to do here, especially with Moira who has limited heals, is you're trying to take as little damage as possible throughout the fight while just pressuring their tank. So I'm shooting, staying here. I'm shooting here. Um, you can also like reposition yourself with spin. So like if I want to reposition to like I don't know maybe like here or over here,
Discord crash.
I'm spinning to a different location. My Discord crashed. Is that what you're saying?
No, Jaden did.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, and I don't know why I did peek because I remember in the VOD doing that, and I like it just feels right as a wrist to just like be in their face, and I don't know why I didn't do that here. I also overloaded my gun. I think it's we like warmed up like 40 minutes ago, from here, but also I just like I just completely messed up
So
there.
I would this is like a nitpicking thing, but it actually like makes like a lot of sense. If you're TPing out of spawn, I wouldn't spin afterwards
Okay,
because you
that's
don't
fair.
have spin for like the first 3 seconds of this fight.
Hmm.
If you're not TP out of spawn, you can spin out of spawn.
Okay.
But like what happens with spin here is like think about it as like what I told you about Ram Shield, where you want to use it right away to minimize poke.
Hmm.
Um, that's what you're basically doing as spin. Like the difference about spin with Ram Shield is that you're using it to like take space. So like here, I'm literally just like gonna spin up to like towards this wall, or if I'm going right,
Hmm.
I'm gonna spin like if they're already here, and I'm gonna spin past here and get to here, and then I'll have spin like 3 seconds. You just want to minimize as much poke as possible, and you think about it, a lot of focus fire comes at the beginning of the fight, so you're minimizing as much as you can by spinning earlier. And it also helps you with your cooldown cycle, where if you spin early, you're getting resources out, and then once your armor's down, you can fortify, and then once your fortify's gone, you have spin again.
Hmm.
So you basically are getting a good thing. But like,
I did feel like my fortify usage was like at the perfect time almost every single time.
yeah, this
This
looks good
scrim.
here. Right when your armor's gone, you fortify, and you have spin again. The problem is that you just took too much poke at the beginning, so you can't really like,
Yeah, and that's because I didn't have my spin up because
yeah,
I spinned early.
you can't really like re-engage into this fight because you're still half health. You have no armor. If you like
Hmm.
think about this like this, like if you have no armor, you're just up DPS. Like you have
Yeah.
262 health. You have less health than Reaper when you are have no armor. So you're basically just a squishy. So you are very susceptible to death.
Hmm.
Like right here, you're about to die. Yeah, you just die. So unfortunately, I mean, this happened like I take the responsibility like for that week 2 loss. Like I was doing this a lot. Like the way you used your cooldowns basically like, you just lost your team the fight. And it's okay because like it's stuff that you can work on. And I did the same thing in our match that we lost last week. Like my cooldown usage basically lost my team like half the fight. Half of the team fights basically that we lost. It's because of me.
So here I was just calling for Connor to go left and poke him out.
Yep. Okay. So what we're doing here is we have where is Connor? Is that you red? No. Okay. So that's Tracer. Where is he?
In the air.
Oh, he's right there.
So I told him for Shane and Connor to go left.
I think that's fine. I think it's fine. You just have to have a lot of trust in your core to stay alive here because you're setting them on a long flank rather than like a flank where they can easily reposition. Like think about this map. Like if you go right here and they're left, they can't easily reposition to you. They have to go through the enemy team to reposition to you. So I think it's fine. I think it's like if you trust your team, like I think it's totally fine. But just be wary that like if things do go wrong, you can't help him. Like you can't nobody on your team can help him. It's up to themselves to survive. So here what I'm doing is I'm either going far right and spinning up, or I'm going through main and I'm spinning up. Like that's the only things I'm doing here. If I want to go far right, I'm spinning immediately to get myself to the right side without taking any poke. You won't take any damage if you spin.
I don't do that. I think I go main to try and push them out to the left.
Would it be possible to play like if we all went far left and then
Yeah, you can go far
Shane
left.
and...
You can go far left as well.
Oh, okay.
Like you can go like I'd say right or left are the best places to go here. I wouldn't go main on a retake. It's just too hard to kind of like there's no natural cover for Versa to go behind. But like if you go left, you have this pillar right here, and then you have this pillar right here when you move up. Like if you want to go left, Connor, you just like honestly you don't even have to spin up to here because it's right here. You just walk up to this, and then when you want to take space, like if they're giving you space, you can spin up to this pillar, right? And then you shoot the tank. Once the tank gets Roosters out, he backs up. You can spin up to this corner, and you basically just push them back and keep giving your team space. If you want to move right, you walk up here, or you either walk right, or you walk up here, you spin past this. You probably end your spin like right here, so you're like 4 seconds of walking up. You peek over here for 3 seconds, and you start shooting their tank. And you'll have spin or fortify if you need it. But it's a lot of waiting and shooting the tank.
Yeah, so this is where I'm trying to push them left so Connor gets the better thing.
That's a bad spin. I'll show you why. So the thing is you've already taken 200 damage with your spin before you spin. So by the end of your spin, you basically have to fortify. Like it's like you will die if you do not. So the spin like late basically forces you to have to fortify. You're taking damage, you're about half health, so you have to fortify here. You're shooting the tank, you're shooting Lucio. Lucio's not dying, Lucio's about half health, right? You shot him for like 6 seconds and he gets to like half health. You want to think about it as like you're basically only thing you're really doing is you're not being the playmaker, you're like setting up plays for your team. So like I'm shooting the tank and I'm throwing jabs at their DPS and calling when I hit a jab, because that's when you want your DPS to try to follow up on that. Like that's the only thing you're really doing throughout the fight. But basically you have no cooldowns, so you're dead again. I also think this is where Genji struggles because it's hard for him to mark Tracer on maps like this. Like it's hard for him to like be out of the fight and mark Tracer as Genji.
Are you recording this, by the way?
What?
Are you recording this, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so really bad spin. You basically just throw yourself into their team and you're just dead. You like same thing where you did last fight, but even worse. Where like you spin into their team and then you basically just have to fortify again, and then you have no cooldowns when it's over. So you have to fortify. Their team's behind you. You have spin again. You're just dead before you can even spin.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are about to basically lose the map with getting one total ult. You haven't really even had a fight here. This is where I think why Rezzoli was kind of farming you, because he just wasn't really. You weren't really pressuring him enough.
Yeah.
Tank. Here you're doing a good job. Even though you're going main, you're still doing a good job. I mean, your mark just dies. Interested to see how.
Oh my! I remember this. He jumped in front of everybody, and then on his way back out, he just died.
Okay, so you basically just
I don't
literally
remember what I
just
was
just
doing.
you basically just feed. It's like you basically just feed. I mean, it's fine, but yeah, you basically just full on feed there.
There had to have been a vision, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, it's fine. It
Probably to
happens.
boop somebody in.
I mean, let's be real here. This is not really a vaudable. Like Connor's was vaudable, but like we don't even have a fight. Like there's no real fight. I think that's our first kill or something like that.
I don't think we ever have a good fight. I think I just explode because I'm managing my cooldowns
Okay, so
very
this
poorly.
is actually honestly good though. This is the same 2 points that we played.
Maybe we play this like where I try and just like talk through like what I should be doing, like in third person, not in first. Like like what I should be doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, right. So same.
So
thing
like here, I probably shouldn't spin.
Yep. So we'll look at it. So you TP out, right?
Yeah.
You spin out of this, and you're speeding, and you walk up, and you literally have nothing to keep yourself alive
Yep.
here. Like you don't want to fortify, so you don't have anything to keep yourself alive. So we'll talk about it again here. So what I'm doing basically on this map here is if they don't TP and they're a little bit behind you, you can spin up to this corner right here, this pillar right here, and play behind this pillar. You don't want to go too far up, because if you go too far up, it's hard for like Kiriko or Moira to see you. Probably want to be running Kiriko here, I would say, but I think more is fine if you're
I
not confident
tried
in it.
Carry on the map. I don't remember what map. I think it was. No. One of the maps we tried to run Carry, and I just got farmed.
Yeah, we can try it. I think in the future here we want to run Kiri for this map. Because you can kind of just play back here and just heal Connor from back here.
And also onto like the Kiri, nobody on the team wants Kiri, besides like maybe me, because I just like Suzu. Connor and John like basically flame if we're playing Kiri, because they're like, we're not getting any heals.
Right. So yeah, it's weird. The comp that we're trying to play basically is that like you will get occasional heals from Kiri, but mostly she's pocketing you. John as Genji is demanding more resources, which is actively hurting the team as Genji. Because like even if he's way super good at Genji, the reason that the fact that he's picking Genji is demanding more resources away from your tank, which is actively making it harder for you to play. So that's why Tracer is so good right now, because the tank needs so much support that she can kind of fend for herself and doesn't need a pocket, or she doesn't need to demand too much heals. And Sojourn is pretty good because she can play in the back. She can play with Lucio, and she can reposition herself to Kiriko if needed. But like Genji is just like super non-self-sufficient. Like he's a flanker, but he demands resources. So it's just super hard. So, anyways, back to what you want to be doing here. If I have spin, I'm spinning up to this.
So I
right
should
here.
spin in the doorway.
Yeah,
Like it's like
as
right
soon,
there.
Like as soon as you see someone, you should be spinning up. So
Okay.
so if they match the TP and they're up here, spin to this right here and play right here until you have
Okay.
and shoot the tank until you have the ability to walk up to this. So until you have the ability,
What does that mean? The ability.
So the ability means either you pressure out their tank and he just leaves, or he like if the tank just backs up, that's the ability to walk up. Like if he backs up, if he doesn't have shield anymore and he backs up, like if he backs like back here, that's your ability to walk up. If he is half health and he nemesises and backs up, that's your ability to walk up.
Okay.
So I'm spinning up to here. I'm shooting him. I'm spinning to keep myself alive. As soon as he doesn't have shield or he backs up or something like that, that's when I'm spinning up to here, and I'm taking this. We can see what happens here. Shields. So you see how you kind of like, you don't have spin. You're about to have it, but
I keep spinning when I'm down 200 HP, so I just have to
you
fortify immediately after.
you're walking up here. You're walking up while taking a shit ton of damage. So you're down like 200 health almost. You're walking past the shield. You're 300 health now, and now you're dead. You you just literally just get to blow it up before you can even use any abilities.
Yeah.
What about Reaper here? Because like Reaper has a lot of big frontline pressure.
We swap Reaper later.
It's not like
I mean, I guess, but like you don't want the win condition to be to focus the tank, like that. You don't want that to be the win condition.
no, I meant on their team. Like the
Oh,
Reaper
what about
on
their
their team
Reaper?
is very like just has a lot of frontline.
Right.
Front
I mean
line
that's
damage.
where Sojourn comes in here. Where
okay.
she's close to behind the Orisa, and you can just shoot the Reaper. Like Rissa's really actually really good against Reaper, because she can like force his abilities super quickly, and she can pressure him if he has no abilities. So like you can literally throw a spear at him and he will almost immediately wraith every time, probably, I would say. And if he doesn't have wraith, you can spear him again and just kill him and headshot him. And if Reaper walks up to you, like if Reaper's in front of if Reaper, like say their tank is like in a bad spot and their Reaper's just in front of you, Connor, you can literally just fortify and just start shooting him. Like
Okay.
um,
So should I treat the Reaper then like the tank and just shoot be in like his face?
basically like if he walks up in front of the tank and the tank is like not in a position to help him, like if he's down cooldowns or whatever, like I'm fortifying and I'm just gonna start shooting his head, like shooting him in the head and
Okay.
stuff like that. Like you will actually start doing damage to him because your gun overloads slower when you're in fortify. So you just start like a big, like he's not gonna do any damage to you when you're in fortify, especially if you have
Mhm.
Kiriko and Moira behind you. So that's the time where you can kind of pressure him. Yeah, so this is a bad spin because you throw yourself into their team basically, and you have to use fortify or you're. I'd say either way you're dead. That's either, especially with no Suzu. I'd say either way you're dead here, even if you do fortify. So what you would do differently, I would say, is if they're holding too far up here, you either just poke and just try to get like pressure their tank and try to get a pick, or you can walk left. I'd say you can walk left here. Walk left, force him into a little bit of a longer angle, start poking him, like set up your Soj behind you and something like that. But most of the time, like most of the time as Orisa, you counter Ram so hard because you can basically you can survive his poke and you can survive his rush. Like whatever he's doing to you, you can survive it. So you don't have to kind of like, you can kind of be patient against him, because anything he tries to do, like if he tries to poke against you, you can just outlive his poke and like trade poke pretty easily there. Or if he rushes at you, you can just javelin him away. Like if he rushes at you with Nemesis, you just javelin him out of block. You javelin him away. If he's running at you, you start poking him in again. If he keeps walking back, you can walk backwards while spinning to keep him away from you. Your spin will block his punches. It's just like, it's so easy to deal with him.
Okay.
But I mean, you're basically dead here again, right? Yeah. So.
Yeah. I think we're coming up on me getting like booped into the hole every fight.
Really?
Yeah.
One thing as Orisa that like a lot of people don't know is that like if you think you're gonna get booped, just fortify. Like your life is way more important than the fortify cooldown. So like if you're in a bad spot, right, and you are like at that window and you see Lucio coming at you and he's about to boop you, just fortify.
Okay.
That's a good job. I think you're kind of feeding for him too hard though, and I don't know how Duke dies. That's weird, but how does he die? Let's actually watch that. Let's just get like one shot or something. Oh, he just gets one shotted. Okay, it's hard.
Should I have used spin there first?
I mean, so we can see. So here, first thing I'm doing is I'm walking out of the thing, out of this circle.
Should I walk back or
Yeah,
forward?
backwards.
Assuming
I'm walking backwards out of it.
Okay, so
So-
even if I'm like in the middle, I should just
Yeah.
go backwards.
So I'm either walking backwards to the right here, I can hug this right and shoot him, or I just walk fully backwards out of it.
Okay.
Same thing with Soj Nade. You never want to be in it. Like as soon as those two things come out, I'm walking out of them, so I don't. It just basically just makes them useless, right? If they're not,
Okay.
nobody's in it, it's useless. So, don't give him the satisfaction of being able to do that on you. I think one thing you're doing a lot is you're like face tanking into his shield and just shooting the shield.
Yes. Yeah.
like literally all like if he shields, like, but I can just walk away, like just walk over here.
Okay.
You know, just walk away from it. A lot of times, in this meta, especially with Lucio, it's really easy to just leave when they ult first, or when they use abilities first. Like if they're running, like if they have Kiriko, right, and they just walk it, they just use your ult. If it's a battle, you just walk, you speed away. Like you just speed away. If they beat, you just speed away. If they ram out, you just speed away. If they call, you just speed away. Like every single time, you could just kind of speed away, and it's called the turn system, where you kind of just like let them, like allow them to have their turn when they ult, and just like walk away from it, like just kite away from it. And once it's done, you can go back in. And then
Okay.
it's your turn to fight. Oh boy,
Yes, I push him in. I really, yeah.
still killing here. The problem is that you're just. Say the prom here. Okay, see from an outside perspective. I just want to see their position. I think the problem is that everyone is focused on him. So I would say that it's hard for everybody to just shoot at him right now, even though he is one, because he's about to die, sure, but like look what's behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Like 4 people about to try to destroy you. Your supports are both super low. So like what I would do here is I would like call out that he's one, and I would use my spear at him, and then I would just turn around.
Okay.
And start frontlining again, because I mean it's really not your job to deal with this guy. You did have a really good jab on him, so I would say that like that was good. But I mean your Reaper just dies from their push, so you basically just trade for it. Lucio dies. You're just taking a shit ton of damage. I would ult here to survive. That's something you could do. It gives you extra.
You would say ult there?
Yeah, I would say ult to survive. I mean, you're basically. I mean, in a 4v4, I would have ulted way earlier.
Okay. You know, I've ulted like when the Reaper ulted. Yeah, and then they can tell me, or they don't tell me. It's just
I don't think you need to do this. I don't think you like. I think you can trust Dude to touch here, and just try to run it down with the character that you're on.
Yeah, it works out very well, but then I'm on Doomfist afterwards.
Oh, you win?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
you ready?
yeah.
I get play of the game.
What, do you punch them off the map or something?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, you almost Ajax again, Nimrod. That's crazy.
He knows his limits.
Let's see. I want to see how much health you're at before you use your ult. Oh boy. Jeez, that was close. That was close, my friend. I think your problem is just to ult a little bit. I mean, let's just see your positioning here. You can weigh in, Steven, as well. Okay. I think I don't. Trying to figure out like what the call is, because like you're speeding right, but Connor's going left. So like, what's the call? Do we remember?
I don't think I was calling anything.
I was just trying to touch.
I think
Yeah.
like somebody has
Someone
to
has
touch.
to call to touch.
But you have to call the touch. You can't like everybody can't just run in, because I mean you don't need to. You just have one person touch to force overtime, because that gives you an extra like 10 seconds at least. But you almost die here. You also go the opposite way of your whole team.
Die.
What?
I'm just saying, how did he not die if Moira was right there?
He just. I think she misses like a second, like maybe for like a second.
That's crazy.
Let's see. Yeah, he misses for like a second.
More players.
He would have for sure killed you before if he just hit that.
Ugh.
So I mean, you get it off because of a mistake they made. This guy sucks. What the fuck was that? Like, he just walked at you. Literally just walked at you, bro.
Cause and effect.
You play the game though. Oh my God, Connor's farming.
Why didn't you play more Doom comp? Come on.
Yo, we can stop now. that was my moment.
They just end. I mean, I'm not gonna
Yeah, they
bother
end.
do comp. All right. I do think it's really. Oh, I actually have to. I don't have this on my account. I have to go because I played on a different account for matches. I do think it's really helpful to look at this, just to show you. And then we'll look at we can look at kings or the other one based on what you want to look at more.
Yeah, new queens.
Because we won't spend too much time on this.
Ready for battle.
And Queens is a little scrappy, but
Ready
What?
for
I also
So
like
wait,
spin
are
out
you
of spawn
Mega
here.
Man or are you?
I'm
Oh
anything
yeah,
max
okay, you got
win.
Winda. Okay.
My team.
one. Round one.
I might honestly make the same mistake as you and spin out of spawn here. Okay, I don't. So as soon as I see them, I'm spinning up. Like,
Yeah.
So I don't think they do TP, but they're slow.
Round one.
So
Capture
if we look
the
at
objective.
like overhead here, they do TP, but we're a bit faster than them. So as soon as I see their Rissa, I'm spinning up to this. I get to this spot, so I'm here at this
Okay.
spot now, and I basically control this lane. Like there's nothing this Rissa can really do. I throw jabs at her to push her back. I basically force. I have the ability to fortify here because she's half health, so I know that she can't really match my aggression. So we have
Mhm.
a Sojnade behind her, right? She's already basically like I'm 549 health and she is 401 health. So I have 150
Yep.
more health than her at the beginning here because she's taking a lot of poke. So I immediately see that she's about to lose her armor, so I'm walking up to her. I'm fortifying, forcing her fortify. I force Suzu and fortify. So I jab her backwards. I'm taking minimal poke. I'm still at full health basically. Spinning up here. Backing up. I'm taking basically at like 50 total health throughout this fight. And they kill our so they this is what basically happens is you just wait for your DPS to get a pick. So their
Mhm.
BPS got a pick first. RJ trades onto their tracer. We lose Skirko. So I'm forced to spin back. I spin and I start walking backwards. I think in a couple seconds here. Yep, so I spin backwards, just leave. There's no reason to fight this. We already lost.
Yep.
Get out.
Crazy good.
He just fortified, so we notice that. We walk in. I'm spinning up to this corner, javeling him back. He has spin. I notice that I'm up on him, so I'm fortifying on him. Force fortify. I'm backing up to get health. And now I'm walking in again. He's like literally like I back up to get health. I'm at full health. He's basically half health.
And no fortify.
He just spins to leave. Spinning just, I just kind of sometimes that's kind of a bad spin, I would say. I wouldn't do that. Sometimes I
Okay.
do it just because I have the cooldown, so I'm trying to use it. But I would say that's a bad spin because I don't really get anything out of it.
I do that with my shift on the back.
So he ults, I'm just backing up. Like there's nothing. I don't want to fight in that ultimate. I back up. I'm now in a perfect spot because I'm not in the ultimate. So I'm still fighting,
Yo,
but I'm not.
you want
in
to
the
know it'd be
ultimate.
so swag? You fucking spin off the ledge here and then you ult them.
Oh,
That'd be
like,
so
would you like
swag.
to wait till the next time I have the ultimate?
Spoilers.
Wait, F1, right?
There's someone's asked me to ring.
Oh,
a little
okay.
bit.
See ya.
Always do, bud.
So, just to recap, javeling him back, I'm fortifying to keep myself alive, because I know I can't really spin backwards here because they're faster than me. So I just fortify and back up. And in this whole time of me just living, right? Altair, or Misha Altair, his name is, kills their Lucio. So
Mhm.
in myself just living and just denying their team and their Orisa, I've basically given my team the ability to kill this person. I notice he's low. They use Suzu, and I force him out of the ultimate. I force spin and fortify, basically, for nothing.
It's go time.
You do have to start touching points, so I get on point.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
So one thing I don't do right here, which I should have, is when we basically get out their Kirik ultimate. When we have Kirik ultimate, this is when you bum rush.
Okay.
This is when I go in. So I should instead be just spinning into their team because we have such an advantage. So instead of just sitting here spinning, I'm spinning like into the Sojourn and just trying to kill her. This is the time that I can start making plays. This is the only time, basically.
Okay. And when we have more of, that's when Ko is proc.
Oh yeah, I would say. But like overall, like, do you see how little damage I'm taking throughout this fight?
Yes. Yeah.
You just use cover all the time. Like, I feel like when you notice that you're low, it's like you use your abilities to go behind cover.
I shit on that guy. I shit on this guy. I shit on this guy. Missed that, but I shot on him. I missed
Nice.
that. Oh, this is funny. Oh, here it is. Yeah. So they rush, right? I'm backing. I basically do the
Yeah.
same thing I did last time. I back. He goes up the back.
Nice.
I go point. I know Arissa, so I kind of just like, I just know I can go over here and not really get anything. Like I kind of like pinch them. I just start walking over here and pinching this
Yeah.
sojourn. He's not gonna survive.
What's he doing? Silly goose.
Yeah. So and I wish the code was thing where we can see how much damage I take it, but very minuscule amount. I don't think I was ever below like 200 health at any point.
Yeah.
I didn't
That's
die
nice.
that round. And I mean, this is a huge improvement from my last game, bro. I was fucking feeding up my ass off, but I only died 4 times this whole match. So, works out. This
When you're
map,
playing up against Ram as Arissa, is your play like when you're playing up against and like how much does your playstyle change when you're versus Ram?
not really at all. I'm
Okay.
still because I'm not doing this because they have Arissa. I'm doing this because this is like the best way for me to just troll him. Like this is just the best playstyle for me to just like outlive him and outdestroy him. And if I'm playing this correctly, it's actually going to be easier because Ram doesn't have those kind of sustain abilities. Like if he nemesises, he's still taking basically the same amount of damage unless he blocks. So he's either basically doing nothing or just taking damage. But as Fortify, I can still shoot people. I can still take space. I can still hold space. If I'm Arissa and he's Ram and he walks at me with Nemesis, he's a moron. He just dies. If he walks at me with Nemesis, I just javelin him and Fortify and start shooting him, and he can't do anything. All right. But here, I mean, TP out. I do make the mistake here of spinning out of spawn, but they actually helped me by going right. So like if they went main, it would have been harder for me. But this was a bad idea.
What team is this?
This is Blink Straight. This is probably the worst team in the league. But I mean, it's still the playstyle is what matters.
Got like the Nimrod Lucio.
I mean, look at this Arissa's health bar. Look at mine.
Yeah.
And it's not really I'm doing anything bad. Like I'm just playing my life, and he's not.
So you're not even shooting
Wait,
those
what is
people that you
your
see are
Lucio
1
getting
HP.
up to?
What?
What's your Lucio getting up to?
You
What's
can
he
watch our
doing?
Lucio this whole fight. Let's watch Frogman. The GOAT. He's basically just on a wall shooting them. He's playing super passive. He's playing close to Altair. You see how Altair is not on a like insane off angle?
Yes.
He's literally just behind me. Like he was he was
Yeah.
right here and he was you don't have to do that all the time, especially with Arissa. Arissa just takes so much pressure away from him, he can really play anywhere. But we go back to him. He's on a wall shooting.
Console check.
He's kind of doing nothing right now, but he's looking for Tracer. He's poking at a similar space spot. No one's shooting him right now. He isn't taking any damage. Now he speeds in when we know we have advantage. Forces TP. He's playing super passive, but still getting the same amount of damage, basically. I mean, he takes like 30 damage that whole fight.
Yeah.
Let's get loud. How's that for sound therapy?
right, sorry.
You're good.
You go left here. I mean, this
Would
is
you
good.
play on site? Okay, you are playing here. I see.
So I would say this is a mistake. I play.
Okay.
And the next fight they left again. I played this corner, this pillar.
Okay.
I think it's just because like, if you look at Altair, like he can't see anybody right now, and I'm just
Yeah.
playing in front of him. So it's like if I play in the corner, he could just see them. This is like one of the mistakes I make where I let him get in front of me. I have to kind of fortify to kind of match his aggression. And I mean, he kind of like goes too deep, so we just kill him basically. We lose point, and we're really low. We actually almost win this, I think.
Yo, Kendo, you vibing?
Should hit that javelin. We actually might even just win this. But, like, this is my time. Once Arissa's dead, you can just kind of like,
Yeah.
that's when it starts. But we basically just retake it pretty quickly. But you see how we kind of just like gauge there, let them take the point, let them use
Yeah.
that ultimate, or they didn't use any ultimate.
Yeah.
But, like let them use resources and then we just come back in after.
Yeah.
Tracer goes right. I'm like basically just directing my team right now. I'm calling where they're going. I'm calling where Tracer is for RJ. And I start to then I play back here this time. Rush. So we made it. This was one of Twist's mistakes where he mirrors that ultimate. We don't need to do that. We can like literally all we have to do is just leave point for a second and poke. I can touch point when they're about to take it, and we just when the rush ends, we just rush.
Okay.
So this was a mistake by him.
Do you
Sure.
still spin back since they're not shooting you
Yep.
because
I
they're
think
all
it's
going
fine.
right?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I just spin backwards.
Okay.
I play here, right? I'm back here now. I'm basically attacking again. So I'm shooting the Orisa. Once the point is about to be taken, I can touch again. I can fortify if I have to, and then the ult will be over, and then we can just rush. Then we can use our own rush. But we kind of make that mistake here. Kind of use my cooldowns, kind of not really that well. I don't use my cooldowns that well here. We lose RJ. Lose the point. We just have to jump. I think we just jump to the map here. Just jump the map.
Yeah.
Here we go, top left. This was Altair's call. I think he just wanted to get high ground. So we just go top left to give him high ground. We can still get the same amount of, we still get the same place we want to go to, but we get. I mean, they basically just give us the point.
Yeah.
Now I have this spot. Force javelin back. Now I see that he's giving me space. Now I'm up here. Now I spin up here, this spot, and now I'm pushing him back.
Those are 4 ends. Do you pull him?
I'm not getting healed here, unfortunately, but what?
I was just asking, since he's rushing past you, do you ult him as soon as Fortify's done?
Yeah, you can ult. I can ult him, but I need to be in a good spot. Like if I want to ult him here, I need to be like I would want to go like behind this pillar and ult him, so I don't get poke from them. You can still kill Orisa. No. This is a poor Fortify, and I basically I kind of play this fight here. I try to keep myself alive by ulting. I mean, I kind of live here. I mean, basically, like, I almost die, but you see how literally I'm not really doing anything. I'm just living.
Yeah.
And my DPS kill both supports. There's another person. Now we just walk on Orisa. Guys. There's one more fight that plays out. But this is kind of like them touching.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
This is a bad ultimate. We talked about this after. This is a bad ult. We don't really even know where they're going, so he just ults. That's kind of what they're doing.
You almost get Surge.
Here, I'm not really focusing on Orisa, so I'm doing a bad job. And of course, myself to fortify because I was in a bad spot. I think I die here, actually. Yeah, I do die. For sure. Oh, maybe not.
So yeah, okay. So you don't push the Lucio in there, okay?
Yeah, just like if because see what happens there. If I don't push the Lucio, not only does Arissa walk past me, but when my attention eventually goes back to the Arissa because I know I'm doing something wrong, I'm in the middle of their team. I just died.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
come
guys win this?
yeah, I come back as Doom and we win.
Prepare yourself.
Oh, I see.
Will be forged in conflict.
I gotta learn how to do that. I know, like, I've seen it, so I do it, but it doesn't fling me as far.
Team mechanics not really great here.
It's
But-
go time.
Some Big Sim Connor do mechanics.
This ends now.
Dodge this.
This guy almost wins it for them, but I mean, basically we just have good players, right? So
Yeah.
that's what this rewards is good DPS. That doesn't really reward anything for tank.
Rally here.
Just kill him there. That'd be cool.
Almost clean.
But, I mean, yeah, it's basically just like the Rissa is like what you want to look for, and also like
Mhm.
anybody on our team could watch that and watch their corresponding player and learn something from that. I would say. Oh, Jada
Okay.
left. I didn't even know.
Yeah, they have like a club council thing.
Okay. And then you wanted to look at Kings.
New Queens.
New Queens. Okay.
Yeah.
Queen.
Oh, are all the codes like public knowledge?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Actually, I'm curious since I have that open. You guys play next week. KRP Frost, that's completely winnable. Like there, you should 3-0 them, for sure. You should 3-0 them. You should
Okay.
3-0 them, and then I assume you play Hardstuck week 5. You should 3-0 them, for sure. You shouldn't
Okay.
you shouldn't drop a map these next 2 weeks. I mean, you could because I think you shouldn't, but at the same time, like the weaker teams have been kind of playing up to the competition this season way more than it was last season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Hardstuck, who's a bad team, takes 2 maps off of these guys. Lijiang Legion, who's like a really bad team, takes 2 maps off of K9 Unit, who's supposed to be one of the best. UCD Blue takes 2 maps off of these team. Pride takes a map off of Firefight. I mean, like, you could drop a map, but you should just win. Like, that's what I want. You should just win.
Yeah.
And what?
You already entered it.
Oh, I did.
You
Oh,
entered
okay,
it. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe I am just like losing my memory.
Yeah. So I thought I played this pretty well. I kind of like swagged out, I think, in like as a DPS player, but like I think I could have done better, and that's just what I want to see is what I could need to like do better.
And let me a monster, like other creations.
That is a matter of perspective.
Also, there's like an interesting fight at like the mid game that had like some analysis.
Okay.
It lasts like 3 minutes. That's why it's interesting. I also hate this. Nimrod does this where he just fucking wall climbs all the way like to the thing and then tracks back.
Well, he's here, so why don't you tell to his face?
I always tell it to him his face in game. That's the I'm the reason why he comes back. I get booped. Yeah, that's the only time that happens.
So I think, although like you do get booped, that's unlucky. I think you kind of like get a little bit too excited that you killed their Moira.
Yeah.
So like, their Moira's dead, right? So what does that mean? That they have no healing, which means that
Yeah.
you can basically just outlast the queen. So you don't have to.
And she also
rush.
used shout.
You don't have to rush on her because you can outlast them. So, all you basically have to do here is just shoot the queen from where you are, like just shoot her, axe her, knife her, whatever. Your Genji will. I mean, you won't really direct too many heals towards you because, they're not healing their queen, so you'll basically just like you won't be kind of trading a lot of that damage. So, Jaden might not have to heal you as much. And you just basically just shoot the queen. John and Connor shoot their DPS. Nimrod's with them, and you basically just outlast them. But I think you kind of you allow him to do that, like right? Like you just allow him.
Yeah.
You allow the enemy team once to win a already lost fight. they've already lost this fight. They're down there, Moira.
Yeah.
But you allow them to kind of try to take it back here. But I mean, there's a lot of trades happening. I mean, basically, you just win this fight off of the skin of your teeth.
Yeah.
But it was a 2v1. You probably, like, 4 people at least should have survived.
Yeah.
Right, so he counter swaps Ram. I mean, this guy just can't beat you. That's why he's counter swaps Ram.
We swag on his ram too.
He got.
We stayed this comp the
he got
entire
like 3
time.
kills a fight. I don't know.
Oh
about
yeah,
that,
yeah.
But I think you weren't really looking at him too much. That's why. I don't think you're doing necessarily too bad. Yeah, I think it's okay to ignore him in Nemesis, especially if your team is like super behind him, like in their backline.
Mhm.
One thing you can do against Ram as Queen, even though you are at at disadvantage, is like don't shout right away. Like you can knife him in and axe him to try to force Nemesis, and then once Nemesis is out, you can speed out, and then when Nemesis is done, you can shout back in.
Okay.
So that's something that's what you talk about, like the turn system, where like if he nemesises, you can just think about like, oh, that's his turn, so I'm just gonna leave. So and then once he's done, I can come back in.
Okay.
I mean, you almost lose this again. They're trading pretty well here these first 2 fights. I would have wanted you guys to. I would have wanted like someone to help Jaden up here. Wish Nimrod went up and helped Jaden. I think you could have killed this guy for sure. But it's okay.
The robot is in our possession.
Oh, I mean Nimrod. Never mind, because Jaden leaves, but Nimrod's up there.
Let us proceed.
I should have helped him.
I need a knife.
Horrible thing. This guy should die. Oh no, the Ajax. I witnessed this firsthand.
Bound to happen.
I mean, you use both support ultimates, unfortunately. So, I mean, it stinks. But I think if you got the beat off, she still would have EMP'd you.
Yeah.
So either way, it wouldn't have mattered. But at the same time, if you got the beat off and she EMP'd you, I think you're at least living. I think you still have at least full health. So you could try to trade more. But either way, your beat would have gotten canceled. You're still giving. They still just give you like you almost win this fight. Like you just. This is crazy. Dude is best because like 5 people. Fortunately, it's a ran. Yeah, he just has to leave. That's a good call from John. I think old John would have tried to fight him.
Yeah. Character development. So right now I'm just poking the Sombra. Make sure she can't get invis, but I don't know if it's like it's not that deep.
Okay, I want to look at this from a third-person perspective here. Okay, so what? Alright, so we're having a lack of communication right now. I'm not sure what Connor is doing back here. I think he's looking for Tracer. But he's not in the fight, so we shouldn't be fighting this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not on you, that's on him. He should be calling out very loudly that he is not in the fight. And you should you have the lead. You have 53 meters, they have 5. Like, you should be giving up space to get Connor back. Soj is super good against Ram because you can just charge Rail so fast off of his big body. And, like, say he's Nemesis and you hit a headshot Rail, like, that just forces him to block. So he can't really do anything. So him in the fight against Ram is super important. I think you're sitting in open space too much. I think you could probably afford to just wait right here and just poke.
Okay.
John can go up here and poke. Connor can go over here maybe if he wants to, or he can just go behind you, which is probably the better choice. Just be back here and
Yeah.
shoot Ram.
Yeah.
You have Lucio near you, and basically what this does is if you're tracking Ram ultimate and he Ram ults from where he is now, you just speed away.
Hmm.
But you can't if you're right here, right? But if you're tracking
Yeah.
that he has it, you can play a little bit farther back to just speed out of it. So, and they also have cold too. So you should be that's the win condition, right? That's how
Yeah.
that's what turns ult tracking into something more than just knowing what ults they have.
Yeah.
Where like you just learn to play out of it, like learn to play against it. I mean, nothing really. You can't really do anything here. You're basically separated from your whole team.
Get pushing, or I'll take your legs out.
The fact that you're really almost winning this fight is insane.
Yeah.
So Queen ult.
Pushing.
You can probably Queen ult here.
Time for the
Yeah.
reckoning.
I think that's a fine trade.
I think we call. I
You went too far.
start calling Ram.
Yeah, I think
And then I go Mega.
I think you're giving too much like leeway to them not killing you. So you're like
Mhm.
you're thinking that you can survive here, so you're sort of like just kind of living and just sitting still. But like what I would do here is like as soon as you ult and get beat out, like I would be returning to your team.
Time for the
You
reckoning.
get beat out, I'm walking back towards my team right now. Because I'm not gonna kill anybody. Even if they're antied. They've countered the ultimate. I can't do anything.
Okay.
So I'm returning to my team. And trying to salvage this fight as like 5.
Hmm.
You have Blade, you have both DPS ultimates still, so once the deep comes out, you can Blade, you can whatever. But I think what you're doing here is you're like kind of like tunnel visioning where you think you could still kind of survive here because they're not shooting you,
Yeah.
but they're basically just ignoring you.
So since it's quite a ways for my team though, do you think it would be better to like play by that flower on the right or like by the stairs?
I think you have enough resources right now where you can probably just walk back towards the bot.
Okay.
Yeah, you're getting healed by Jaden right now. She has heal orb in like once in literally half a second, like a millisecond.
Yeah.
So like you can just start walking back towards your team, and you should be able to survive. If you don't, I mean, I feel like that's on your Moira. I think you should be
Okay.
able to survive here. So just return to your team, wait out the beat. It's their turn, right? They've beated, you've traded, so now it's their turn. And once that ends, you have Blade, you have DPS ultimates to go in for your turn. So.
I hit that knife.
I mean, you should have died right, like for 3 different occasions right there. You
Yeah.
should have died right here.
They also just don't have any DPS players.
You should have died right here. You should have died right there. You should have died right there. And you survived. You should have died like 4 or 5 separate occasions there.
Yeah.
I think you're doing a fine job of ignoring the ram here. He's literally doing he's like on high ground right now. I'm not sure what he's doing. Yep. Your cooldown usage is good. I mean, you're hitting knives pretty consistently, so mechanic-wise, I don't think you have a problem on Queen. Get that. Die, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So just a lot of living, a lot of subsisting for a while. Just knowing when to back up and when to go back in is like super important as tank now.
Mhm. Apparently internet keeps going in and out here, by the way, so if I DC, just be aware.
If you DC, I'll just continue the VOD as is.
Okay, cool.
You can watch.
I'll join on my phone,
Yeah.
so.
You're doing a really good job right now of living. Fortunately, you get hit by a couple splash damage from that bomb.
Yeah, I should have blocked back. I walked
Take
into
like
it.
200 damage there. You would have survived if you didn't. It's unfortunate. But I mean, most of the time, I mean, this is what Ram kind of does against Queen, where like he can kind of ignore you and just go for your team, and you have to trade. So I mean, even though it looks like he's kind of farming you, he kind of like is, but he isn't. Where like
Yep.
he's killing people, but he's also being sort of ignored, and you're winning these trade fights. So I think it's fine. I think you I think you could be doing a little bit more to kind of match him and kind of trying to force a little bit more out of him. But earlier in the fight, just sort of like throwing a knife at him and maybe trying to force Nemesis early or something, I think is a good idea.
Yeah, I should not have died here. I need to just go back.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, John kills their Genji. Then he kills someone, and they kill the Ram. A lot of back and forth, as you're seeing.
Yeah, this is like the fights that are like, kind of interesting. I just want to see what else we should be doing.
I think you're gonna see a lot of trading in this matchup. So
My hand needs a
got
knife.
a canvas message. Report class. I want to see what it is. So we should watch this. Yeah, I think that's a good knife. All right. Okay. So look what happens there. It's exactly what we just talked about. Where you knife him in, and he reminisces. But once that happens, now we leave. We start walking backwards away from him. So you do a really good job here. At, like, obviously you have a purpose for this knife. So you knifed him because you wanted to bring him in and get him into the open. He had Nemesis immediately. So once that's out, I want everyone speeding away. Like, I want everyone away.
Okay. I think my thought process here is I pull a ram in so their team walks forward, and then I go for this axe to like try and catch them off
Yeah,
guard.
I think it's fine. I think it's a fine way to think about it, but you just have to like remember that he could be trading your backline in the process. And I think it's okay to just speed back and then shout back in after. Like I don't want like any time wasted. Like as soon as the Nemesis or like maybe when a second before it ends, I want you shouting in and going right on him. What did I get? Was that just a late email or something like that? I just want to check this email real quick. Sorry.
All good.
Might have gotten like a delayed like notification.
Apparently, my friend says that Wiener Penis Institute never does snow days. Is that true?
No, we never do. We had that one like nor'easter day. We had school.
Wiener Penis Institute.
Oh my god, like 75 people joined, bro. I'm not. Wait, what? Am I not getting the fucking notifications? Maybe I'm not when I'm. Oh, I'm in streamer mode. That's why.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
What's up?
Danielle.
John, Jaden, and Daniel joined.
Yeah, they just didn't walk up, but.
So I mean, look what's happening again. You're just trading. It's every fight.
Yeah.
You guys just trade. Really good knife, unfortunate. You can wait until he dashes to send it, pull him in. I don't know if you know that.
I think he got dash reset off of Nimrod.
Right.
Yeah.
More trading. I think you're fine living on cart here. Hit that, nice. Good axe. You have Moira
I
with
probably
you?
should back.
You have Moira with you.
Right.
You shouldn't lose. Yeah, I think this is fine. You had Moira with you. Now I'm leaving. This is a horrible beat. This is an absolutely disgusting beat. Like he just doesn't. This does nothing. Nobody's even in the remote jet vicinity of you. You just speed away, and it's just a useless beat. Do you do that?
Yes. Yeah. We're just so far away. I feel like I shout out. I don't know if that was necessary.
No,
but...
I called speed out there.
I mean, look at that. This was awesome. You just waste both. They just wasted both support ultimates.
Yeah.
Good fade from Jaden. That was good. Really good fade, actually. Wow. You knew exactly where to go. That was awesome.
Should I? Is it not our turn yet? Should I just keep backing?
It's not your turn yet. Yeah, your Moira is in the back low, trying to get healing back.
You guys have a good night. I'm gonna
See ya.
peace out for a
Bye,
second.
Daniel.
See ya.
Yeah, Jaden's not ready. You're in front of shield. Just need to back up, just like, I think it's a combination of both you and Jaden kind of talking about that. Nimrod as well. Like if they're not in the position to kind of like help you, then you shouldn't be going in. It's not your turn yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fortunate that they kind of respect you here and back up.
Mm-hmm.
They're catching up.
Really a good knife.
Stop me.
There is Rizzoli here that he kills Genji. Oh, he killed him. Okay, that sucks. Just kind of walks into your backline, yeah.
This ends now.
Dropping a lot of ultimates here, so we should win this. Genji should die.
I think this is the fight that lasts a very long time.
Unfortunate trading. You guys are trading so hard. Where's Nimrod, bro? If you're up at this Ram right now, oh my god, look at Nimrod. He's so silly. He's 1v1ing his Lucio in the back line.
I know the comms here. It's I'm pretty sure it's like I'm 1v1ing their Lucio right now. Like I'm pretty sure that's the comms.
That's a Nimrod play.
I don't know. We'd have to look back in the VOD, but I'm pretty sure he calls that he's 1v1ing their
You
Lucio.
could check my stream.
Yeah.
That's a Nimrod moment though for sure.
Every time someone says back and Shane says I'm fine, a puppy dies.
A little bit of a throw there. A little bit of a throw from Nimrod, I think. Having you there probably would have meant that you killed the Genji earlier and Connor survives. Duty's boss survives.
My hand needs a knife in it.
It's a fine knife. Just kind of force him back. Really good knife. Really good knife. You're hitting your knife super consistently. Alright, so yeah, we're trading again. Just want to watch this from an overhead. I mean, everyone. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we're just speeding backwards away from him. Yeah, you do it. Oh, we
We've
go back
gone in
in
as well.
Okay. What?
I go forward. I'm a
so
forward
we're just
brain.
not in a good spot right now. So everybody is kind of everyone. This is how he gets these trades. We're not like we're just not as a team like committing on leaving. So we basically just leave Connor to die. Like we just leave Dude to die here.
But is that not worth it for their backline?
I mean, are you positive that you're gonna kill their backline?
Well, we forced out Mora Fate earlier.
Yes, but at the same time, like, why can't you everyone just speed back and just once the Ram ult is out, you kill their backline. I never want to. I don't think I would want to force trades.
Okay.
If you can afford it, right?
Yeah.
It's hard it's hard in like a dive mirror to not force trades because you're both just diving their backline. But in like rush mirror, you don't have to force trading. Like you can just leave when they ult, and you can come back in.
Yeah, I just have I just have a hard time of like backing out, especially when they speed in.
Oh, he doesn't even
And
kill
we-
Connor.
Yeah.
What does he
I
kill?
think he just backs out because
Oh,
he sees his
he
team
just
is
goes
dying.
back into your team. Okay. Oh, and then he goes back, and then he kills Nimrod, and then he kills Connor again. He does kill Connor. He kills Genji, yeah. So, like, that's, like, something that we just can't have happen. Like,
Yeah.
This is an already one fight, basically, that we've turned into a 2v2. And you're kind of lucky that Moira's still alive here. I would have healed Orb there.
Nice swag on their Tracer.
Nice lamp. Nice fucking axe, though.
Thanks, man. It's zoning.
Zoning lamp. Zoning axe?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is where we should just probably back out.
I think it's okay to fight them for a second, but yeah, you should have backed up here. Like right here, when the beat comes out, I would have backed up right here.
Yeah, so I also ult the Ram here because I see he's like just 1 HP, like below the that thing. Is this worth it?
I mean, it could be. Let's see if he dies. Yeah, sure it was. If he dies, he's worth it.
Okay.
Regardless of the trading or whatever. If you ult and someone dies, it's worth it. Someone should be helping you here. You shouldn't die to this racer. You should not die to this racer. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think overall, like, there are there are times where you should trade, and where trading is necessary. I think right there it wasn't necessary, but you kind of saw you said what you said. You saw your advantage where he was low. So I think it was where it works out there. I need to work on an essay after this. Fuck. I hate school, bro. I want to be a gun so bad.
You're almost done, man. You got it.
Dude, I can't handle it. I hate it. I did get an A on my senior project though, and I'm really happy.
That was a huge beat by Nimrod.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was talking about my final project.
Oh, good. So I wanted to. So my idea here is I was trying to go play under, so when they drop, I can axe them.
I think you go a little bit too far here, and the reason I think that is that like you never, regardless of basically what tank you're playing, you never want theirs to go past you into your backline. Like that's like the worst.
I think I realized
do.
that, and I like try and knife him backwards.
So I would say
me.
like if you want to play cover, like play like here.
Okay.
And poke for a second. Like there's like especially with Queen, it's hard to get an axe off when they have fade and boop and and dash and blink. So it's hard for you to get an axe off. So mostly what you want to do is like for your first axe, you can probably just wait for Ram and just axe him as your first axe. And then you'll have like 2 seconds less on the cooldown on it, so you'll be able to do it in 6 seconds instead of 8 or whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever the version is.
Yeah, so you kind of like you basically like you do this thing again where like it happens in Zarissa where you kind of like have to walk through their enemy team to get back to yours, and you're just looking around like at like 50 different things right now. 8 seconds cooldown. So a lot of like this is a very scrappy fight.
BB No Bagels, I give this. Yeah, I give this fight to BB No Bagels. That beat was huge.
Let's give some praise to BB No Bagels here then. Look at that, it's BB No Bagels. You were full health and you noticed that you needed beat, so you just did it. That was great. Great beat here. And a nice boot too. Look at that, BB No Bagels. Look at that. That was awesome. You just Lucio'd all over them. Any response, BB No Bagels? Are you not watching this? Are you not watching the second I actually give you praise? He's not watching probably. Oh, he'll never know. He'll never know.
Yeah,
don't tell him. Don't tell him.
No one tell him. No one.
He'll find out eventually.
No, he won't.
He doesn't watch the VOD. I'm sure he doesn't watch the VOD. Just kidding. Bye.
They swapped Kree.
Yeah, I do think you could be on a wall a little bit more here, though. BB No Bagels. Like, you could be, like, on this wall up here. Or something like that. Or you could be, like, on this, like, lower on this wall. Just kind of poking. Or you could be, I don't know about this wall, but if you're insane, you could be on that wall. If you're insane, Lucio.
I would just be playing like around Connor, like a little behind Connor.
Nice knife. Connor's knives are crazy. Follow up. Horrible. Absolutely disgustingly bad ultimate from him.
Yeah, 15 seconds
Oh my god,
left.
fuck that guy. Oh my god, he's hitting every knife. Force fade. Oh, I used the GOAT. He's actually the GOAT. He might actually be the best player in the league. Oh my god, he's actually. Oh my god, he's so good. He might actually be the best player in the league. A horrible rampage. Never mind. Oh my god, that was just so
It's overtime and they're all dead. Okay.
No. Their monkey contests for sure. I remember that.
Yeah, he does.
Yep. Horrible rampage. You just ruined it.
My bad.
Hey, Boga clutches.
Oh, Connor.
Good knife. So I think overall, I mean, you had I would say the map itself was really good, but like the main problems that you were having were just, you just have to know when to get out, when to allow yourself to live. So sometimes like getting out when if they every single time if they have a bad ultimate, you should just leave every time. And yeah, kind of like don't let the ram walk past you. I think is a good thing. and if
I
he
think
does,
on Queen I can be a little bit more lenient just because I have knife to like make rid of my mistake.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm like knifing him first anyways, to try and get out an MS's form.
Yep.
But it's still just general rule of
yeah,
thumb.
just general rule. Knowing like trying to survive, so you don't want to have to use shout to keep yourself alive. That's like like
yes.
So yeah, just kind of getting out when you think you can't really like survive, just like get out. Like knowing your own tempo, knowing your own survivability. And also that like that will translate to every hero, every tank hero, including Orisa. So it'll help you a lot. Do we want to look at King's Row, or we're at an hour and 10 minutes?
Up to you. I know you said you have an essay. King's Row is going to be probably pretty quick because they didn't full cap, but
We can look at like 1 or 2 rounds, or like 1 round maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we rolled them on an attack.
Yeah, you full held.
Yeah, we
full
full
held
held.
'em.
They don't even get a tick on Kings, I'm pretty sure.
No,
They don't.
They don't.
Oh, they don't? Then why are we even watching it?
I don't know.
To feel,
You go, Bob, you go.
to feel good.
I just want to make sure like my Orisa cooldowns. I guess that we kind of went over Nepal like what I should be.
I guess I
my
can
Orisa
I can
cooldowns,
peek
but-
into it, and if I'm
Actually-
not liking what I see, if it's too good, I'm leaving.
Okay.
Like actually, after
First
we
and only time
voted
we're hearing
King's
that.
Row, about how Connor needed to push up near statue, I think maybe that part, because,
I mean, our real issue with Kings is always second point, and we just didn't even play it here because we just shit on them. So, I don't know.
it's just a 7-minute game. That's crazy.
Okay, so one thing that's kind of different now with the Orisa Connor is that you don't play statue, you just play here. This is your starting point.
That's where I wanted to play, but Jaden yelled at me.
This is where you don't listen to her then. This is where you start.
You said I should go statue because that's what we did in the
No.
bot. I was just like, I don't like to do that because I don't want to take the poke.
Right here. So I'm putting my half my body is hidden behind this little lip. And I'm just poking from here.
But you did also say, Adam, when we did the VOD the same day, you said to hold statue because you don't want to give up space for free.
Yes, and I was wrong about that. So
Okay.
I was
Okay.
I was voted later, and it's like a different. Like I played there for my King's Row, and I didn't even die. The whole
Okay.
map.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just better. It's just better.
Okay.
Especially against. I think it honestly though. Now that I think about it, it might be different against Ram. Because against Orisa, it's sort of like a stalemate. You don't really have to like get in his face. But maybe against Ram, it might be different. I'll have to ask somebody about that.
Okay.
But I guess next time, like play this way if they play Ram and see what happens. Like
Okay.
see if you get rolled. But for sure, in the Orisa mirror, it's for sure you play right here. But
Okay.
it might be different for Ram. Kind of shitting on him so far. Okay, so this is the time that I would fortify to just shoot him.
And that's just because I'm beaming him and I need
He's
the
half
ammo.
health. He's think about it as like when his armor's gone or when it's close to gone. That's when I can do it. So like
Okay.
I'm just gonna fortify and start shooting him. Yeah. He should. Yeah, he's not gonna die, but he might honestly he might even die. Like he's just getting so low, and his Moira's not healing him. Look at his Moira.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you probably honestly I think he dies. If you're fortifying and just
Mhm.
shooting him. Oh, he even dies anyways, but he would have died sooner. Good job.
We actually get them to swap. We were getting shit on,
Yeah, I mean, if
by
you-
the way,
if you-
the setup for this. This was our first one map, I think. I think it's just 1-0.
Yeah.
You full hold them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good jab. Really good jab. Back out of this. I'm walking backwards out of it. Over here.
Yeah.
Because what happens is like, if once the shield's up there, like I don't need to shoot the shield. Like I'm just gonna back up around this corner, and if he walks around the corner again, I just start shooting him again. Like there's nothing you can do about it. Like as Orisa, like he is always going to be disadvantaged walking towards you.
I think we're gonna have a lot of pointers for this fight. Because I do die here.
Good jab. Really well done. You do die though, unfortunately. But I think it's okay. I mean, it becomes a scrappy fight. You kill both supports. You should win this. Your team should win this.
We do. Well, obviously.
Obviously, yeah, but you should win. Obviously, I think it was a wasted window, but whatever.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
was
that
like a-
Reaper's
I don't know
1
why the
HP.
Lucio goes back in. That's weird. What? Maybe I was wrong about this guy. I liked his gameplay before, but maybe he's not good. So their Reaper is like in your back line, right? It's like over here.
Yes.
So that's Tracer.
The entire time.
Their Reaper this entire fucking game literally just raced to get to point, and then I just headshot him for like the next like 4 fights. I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah. The Reaper's pretty.
I think Bethalion and Rosalie are easily their best players. I would say Bethalion's probably their best player. Oh wait, they swapped Orisa. Okay, this is sick. So I'm literally just standing here and just shooting him.
Yeah, I should be behind natural cover. I'm just in the open. I'm not really getting shot at though, which
Yeah,
is why I'm getting
but, like, you
rewarded
would
by
be
this,
against, like,
but
a
I
team.
shouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you are good. Now you're getting shot.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. Oh no, bro. You used both abilities.
Yeah. Yeah. I probably should have just used fortify.
No, just spin away. You can probably just spin away.
Okay.
Spin and walk backwards. How do you not win this, bro? Nice ult. Alright, that's the type of ult you want to use.
Mhm.
That's like to enable people, like enable other people. You're most likely not gonna get a kill with it, but you could probably enable other people. So that was really well done. Notice that this Orisa doesn't have fortify. Lucio feeds. Really well done.
Where Dawn pops off, right? Yeah. Dawn.
Alright, well, you know what? We'll watch it.
Wait,
We'll
I have a
watch it.
spear.
We'll watch it.
I
We'll
have a
watch
spear
it.
as
We'll watch
well.
it.
It was play too.
Oh no, that guy. Nice.
Crazy.
Oh, nice
I
spear.
spear him.
Yeah, nice spear.
Thank you. Thank you.
But I think even though you are like doing pretty good, I think you could probably also watch my King's Row as well if you want, like on your own time if you want.
Yeah, if you want to send me the code, I'll watch it.
I don't die
maybe.
the whole map, so it's just like it's like.
Yeah, I died once. I think that was my only death. Was that one time?
You're playing pretty well. I think you're positioned pretty well here.
Oh.
What the fuck is this Orisa playing?
No, I didn't time that right.
No,
Is that
it's
ever worth it to
bad.
try and like DM?
No. Bad.
Okay.
Like Nimrod should have just gotten out. Like
Okay.
Nimrod should have just dropped. He does, but yeah. You're not gonna stop that damage. I would say this is a bad rotation. And
Okay.
I say specifically because what's gonna happen here is you know what happens when Orisa plays here and attack. A good Orisa, or like say you're playing against me, and you flip like this, I'm just gonna walk up here and now I'm on defense, but taking the point. And I'm just gonna stop
Yeah.
you from coming in, and I just win. So instead, I would just play hotel side right here, like in this
Okay.
like right here. Just play hotel in the doorway, start shooting him. If he drops, he's horrible because he's just in the open.
That's what happens.
And does he just get like rolled?
The plan was to rotate hotel and then window from yeah.
John dies. I think it's.
It's go time.
Nice beat. Nice. Oh my god, that's actually kind of that's kind of like unlucky that he unraced right.
Yeah.
He cancels it. I would say yes, you won the fight here, but most of it is because you're just better than them. Like I think they make a really horrible rotation, and it kind of just benefits you. And they don't punish you for your bad rotation as well. Like you both make a bad rotation, but he doesn't punish you, and you kind of punish him.
Yeah, we also had a fire window. Good job,
Yeah, that's a good
Jaden.
window. Yeah. Yeah, the window.
And there
the
was
window,
me.
The window placement has like night and day gotten better, Jaden. So good job.
Yep.
And there was me getting 0 kills with my overclock per usual.
Yeah, Judas best just doesn't do anything. Also, no,
Dude.
I was praising you, bro, in Queen Street. You're doing good.
Oh really? Thank you.
Nimrod got
And
some sweet
I
love.
guarantee,
Oh my
I'm pretty sure in
lord.
that game
Don't
I
tell
get
him.
like 0 kills with
Is
my
Nimrod,
ult as
is
well.
Nimrod here yet?
No, we just don't tell him. He
Yeah,
he
don't
doesn't
tell him,
deserve it.
Don't tell him. Watch the rest of this map. There's only 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
So here I'm playing it. Here what I can do is first of all I'm not shooting this guy. Like
I just feel like their Sombra is completely trolling because you can't play Sombra like this anymore. So I'm like,
if you hit a jab on him for sure. Like so what I would do here is I would, if I see him I'm throwing a jab. If I don't hit it I'm just walking over here.
okay.
If I do hit it I can try to kill him. But basically what you're doing is you're playing it right ram. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spin across this gap over here, and I'm gonna poke here for a bit. He's gonna be over there, and then I'm going to spin again over here, and then play right here.
All right. Well, I do basically that, but I spin to the car.
He skips the stab.
I don't even spin.
You don't spin. So a good team would be shooting you. I'm not gonna lie here.
Yeah.
A Soj would be shooting you. Also, this guy just uses Fortify for no reason.
Yeah. I should also be shooting their wrist, shouldn't I?
He has no abilities right now. Yeah, for sure be shooting. Really good javelin though. Really
Thank
good
you.
javelin. Because even though you don't kill them, you set your team up.
John follow.
set
Yeah,
your team
John
up.
got it.
Like really good. I have like a similar one where like they were kind of like they were making a weird rotation where like Altair and Frogman were playing up here, and like their Soj and Lucio would just walk this way and just slide up here. And
Yeah.
every time I would throw a jab at him, and I missed it every single time until the last fight, and I hit him when he was up there,
Nice.
and then he killed him, and that's like what it is. Like you'll probably miss a lot of the jabs, but you're always giving an opportunity for to help your teammates get the kill.
Okay. I should be. Yeah, I do fortify.
Also, if I'm nominated for MVP, you guys should all vote for me. Because if 2 whole teams vote for me, I might win.
Nice.
But none of you would win. So. Okay.
All right.